YouTube was good. Come chop with me. And as you can see, this client came in. He wanted me to fix what his previous barber did. So let's pick the hair out and get into it. He wanted everything even and a high table. At first, when it came to fixing what another barber did, nigga used to be nervous as fuck. Like, where do I start? But I done did it a few times to where I'm comfortable with doing it, and I like how this one came out. I did use enhancements, and it was because he asked me to, and I gotta get familiar with the paint and all that, but I use hair fibers. I had to pull out the shears for this job here, and that was to kind of like knock all the hair down to a certain level and kind of give it some shape. So I pulled out those shears. You gotta be careful with them shears too, cause you can goddamn Mike Tyson a nigga ear or something and nip his ass. So you gotta be careful with them jumps, cause they is sharp. And he didn't want to take off as much hair as I did, but it was needed to get that shit at the same level. So I had to take a little bit more off than what he wanted. And y'all gonna hear me shout my nigga out a whole lot on these videos that I'm doing, because that boy be sliding on them beats, man. Y'all go check him out. I'm gonna try to leave his IG and all his contact and stuff in my description. But shout out to Eli, man. Pastor put on the beat. You slid on them motherfuckers. Alright. So everything down to a nice little length. So I go in first with that 5 guard closed. And I'm kind of like playing it safe and seeing how much hair is taken off. Picking and cutting to keep everything consistent and at that length. And as you can see, that 5 guard is cutting, but I need to go a little lower. So I'm gonna switch to that 4 guard in a minute. I'm gonna take a little bit off with the shears first and come back with that 4 guard. Alright. So now we got that 4 guard equipped with the level closed. Taking down some more bolt. The 4 guard was a little better. It got it down a little lower, but we still gonna have to drop to that 3 open and get it to the same length before we start fading. See me pinching at the hair, you know what I mean? That's me checking the levels. I came back in with the shears could go a little lower and kind of like keep that shape. Also, that is the 3 guard that's on there, and it is closed. So we taking down some more to get it at the same height. Picking it to lift the hair up and make sure we're good. We hit it again with that 3, making sure everything down at the same length. We gotta make sure everything is a consistent 3. So I'm going through it numerous times, all kind of ways. We're gonna get that thing down at the same level. And that's my instructor, Mr. P. He probably the biggest Cowboy fans you'll ever meet, man. He a good guy, good energy, good spirit all the time. Shout out to Mr. P. So now that we're good on the length, we're gonna pick everything out and start the fading process. Dust all the hair off and keep your canvas clean. We were taught to use a comb in school when we cutting hair, but when you fade, I like to use a brush. It lay the hair down better. I normally don't set guidelines in with my detailers because, like I say, them joints close and them motherfuckers bite, so I don't be wanting to fight with no line. But today I did it and it came out pretty good. I started a nice clean line and cleaned up all the little hairs and stubbles beneath it. I normally do one side at a time, but this time I set my guidelines all the way around first. Boom, a nice clean sharp guideline. Brushing all that hair down and gonna throw a guideline on that back tape. So we got that first guideline out the way, and we're going in no guard open and setting the second guideline in for this hot table. And let's get this understood. It ain't no right or wrong way to cut hair or to fade. So the steps I like to take, and it seems quick to me, is to set a guideline in and take a guideline out. And I have tried a number of ways to fade, but the one I like the most and that work more efficient for me is I go open first and then I go halfway with the level. and then I close the level up. And make sure you got that flick of the flick of the wrist when you doing these fades too, cause that shit is the most important part, is that flick. And oh yeah, pulling the skin too, I like to pull the skin and help me out to see better, to see the lines and what I'm doing with the dark spots detailing. I like to pull the skin. Alright, so now I got on my one guard, and with the one guard, like I make my panel and close it sometime and make that line softer, or sometimes I just go straight to the half guard. Maneuver that clipper too to get, you know what I'm saying, get all the hairs, get everything, because it don't grow the same way. Alright, that right there where that hair go, we're gonna take that one line out, the line in between the one and the no guard. Now with the half guard, I like to start with it, 3/4 open, and then I'll go halfway and then I'll close it up if I need to. Alright, so this side faded. We finna go in deep bulk now. I got that 1.5 all the way open, and I'm gonna close as needed. And that's because it's a line above that 1. So with that a 3 closed and 1, it's a little line there. So I went 1.5 open first to deep bulk. Still a little bulky in that area, so I threw on a 2 guard open just to make that blend a little better. Going with the grain a little bit to smooth it out. Took the guards out, opened the level all the way just to detail dark spots. And you want to use just the corners, that way you ain't taking off too much and you can pretty much just hit the spots that you want to hit with that corner. A little bit more detailing with the detailers, because I set that line in with the detailers and I ain't really out, so I went back to the detailers to get that little faint line out. The right side, we're gonna do the same thing that we just did to the left side. So here we go, no guard open, setting that second guideline. And see how I'm turning the clippers all kind of ways there, because the hair growing a different way, but you want to get all the hairs, so you gotta hit every angle that you need to get all the hairs for that blurry fade. That boy Eli is cooking crack. I'm telling y'all, he fight with them beats. So if you need instrumentals, man, hit him up. His IG gonna be in the description. Alright, we got that first panel out the way. It's faded out, so we jump into that one guard and make another panel. Shout out to that boy Mark. 9 out of the 10, y'all finna see him up in these videos that I'm doing, cause we be in the cut. That's our little section right here. We be in the cut, so you gonna see him in the video 9 times out of 10. Right here, I'm debulking first before we put that half guard on and take that one line out. The line between one and no guard. Before we take that out, we debulking. That's that good old handed 1.5 open, taking care of the line in between the 2 and the 1. No guard open, detailing. We're gonna throw that one guard back on there, detail a little bit more. The lever is open. Right here we got our detailers. Gonna detail a little bit, that little line that's right there. Like I say, with the high tapers, I like to start with the nape area with the line up. It helped me bring everything together. The back was pretty much faded already, so I just kind of went in and cleaned it up. Whatever you do to one side, you gotta do the other. So this the other side of the nape area. We hitting that jump first. Now I done brought out them heelers. Them joints for the front line up. Brought out them heelers. Gonna be sharp line ups with them detailers. And right here, he had a little overhang on the line. So to get that off, I opened up the lever all the way on my magic clip and just got the little prickly hair that was sticking out from the line. Just hitting little dark spots I see. I think that's the one guard lever open. You know what I'm saying? Detailing more. when you're doing a lineup or using enhancements, spritz or holding spray, that's gonna be your best friend. So I done sprayed the holding spray, and now I'm applying the hair fibers, and this to make the lineup look dark and full. That's a Tune 45 clutch card, and yeah, they made that junk just for what I'm doing, to apply spray or fibers. This help you out right here, this clutch card by Tune 45. You have to go back in with the holding spray or spritz to lock them fibers in, or lock that paint in. Either way, you gotta go back and spray it to lock everything in and hold. I come back with the trimmers to get all the excess fibers and make the lineup sharp and crisp. I come back with the trimmers after I applied the fibers. I chopped homie in the back in the green sweater too, right before this client that I got in the chair now. I chopped him too, if you can see that hot taper busting in the background. And so after the trimmers, get all the little excess fibers off, I come back with that razor, and that right there is gonna make everything popping and everything be sharp with the razor work. For a long time, I was scared to pick up that razor and use it on hairlines and shades and beards and shit. I was scared I was gonna stick somebody and have to use the septic powder, but I done got comfortable with using that junk because I done use it on myself a lot, and that helped me get comfortable with it, so I know how much pressure to apply and all that. But the most important thing is to scratch that skin when you're using that razor. Dust the mouth, stick a fork in him, he's done. He chopped, he faded. Yes, sir, ski. About to hit him with the aftershave. Until next time, YouTube. Hercules.